How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. If you guys would also please head over to Twitch, follow me there at Douglas447. Stream there at least once a week, whether it's for Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, or Destiny 2. And of course, if you guys have any movies or shows you guys want me to watch and review here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. And we're going to be talking about the movie The Ghosts of Borley, Rectory. This film came out here in 2022. It is about an hour and 19 minutes long. At the time of recording this video, there is no physical copy of this film that you can actually purchase to watch and review this movie. There may come a time where there actually is a physical release, but at the time of me recording this video, there is only a digital release of this film. This film also did not come out in theaters, so this film doesn't have a lot of marketing. There's not a lot of campaigning behind it, and I can understand why. The film, unfortunately, is not as good as the trailer makes it out to be. On average, this film is going to cost you about $4 to rent, $8 to buy. And we're just going to jump right into all the positives and negatives, and this is going to be a very short video because there's really not too much to talk about. I mean, like I said, this film's only about an hour and 19 minutes long, so it's not a full film, and it's really a slugfest to actually watch. I was bored. Like, while I was watching this and reviewing this, I was literally folding my laundry and listening to the new Skillet album. So I'm just like, I had zero interest to watch this movie all the way through. Like, the film did not grab my attention like a film is supposed to do within the first 5 to 10 minutes. And with this film having even a much shorter runtime, this film really needed to grab my attention within that first 5 to 10 minutes, and this film did not. For those of you guys who do not know what this film is about, it follows this character and this person. I don't know if any of these characters and people are actually real or if this was some sort of like skit that they just put into a movie. I don't know if they actually. I don't know if this is actually based on true events. I didn't look it up. I really don't care. I'm watching this movie for watching a movie's sake to review it for you guys. So this film follows a character and possibly an actual human being. So I'm sorry if you are, and I am hurting your feelings. Not my intention. But it doesn't feel like a real movie. It doesn't feel like this movie is actually based on events. It doesn't feel like this stuff actually happened. It feels like this was just created to make a horror movie based on some sort of spooky location. So the film follows Harry Price, and he's a researcher, and he is tasked to solve the mysteries involving all these ghosts and this really evil nun character. Heard of the nun from the Conjuring universe? Just saying. So he is tasked to solve mysteries involving ghosts that have haunted this area of Borley Rectory for over 500 years. That is the basic premise of the movie, is solving this ghost mystery, and they somehow are able to stretch that concept to an 80-minute film. Now, if you understand what I just explained to you, and you end up watching this movie, there's no denying the fact that they ripped ideas from things like the Conjuring universe, Insidious, the Nun movie, and if you've ever seen any sort of like paranormal activity type of show where it's like 40 minutes, it's like they stretched that concept of that one episode that you've ever seen and they made it into 2 episodes and they called it a movie. And you've seen everything spooky and horror and ghost like in so many other films and TV episodes done much better. Like, you can tell that this isn't some sort of like, camera footage type of film. This is literally a movie just made for movie's sake. Fabulous soundtrack. The acting can be good to sometimes just garbage level, and you're just like, okay, they're literally phoning it in for a paycheck. This, unfortunately, it feels more like a B movie. It feels like a Saturday afternoon B movie that just plays on the TV while you're playing Monopoly. This is not a movie that is going to get you invested. And what's also weird is this movie is marketed as a horror movie, It takes 22 minutes before the first horror moment happens. No joke. It takes 22 minutes before something spooky happens. Up until that point, it's just character talking and drama and explaining locations and the time period. And that's all grand and dandy, but your setup for this type of film should not take 22 minutes. It should take 5 to 10. Because none of these characters are all that interesting. You just have characters chit-chatting together and they're literally sitting at a table talking to each other. It's boring! This film is more of a drama talk show than it is an actual paranormal activity investigation horror thriller. Now, this film does have some horror thriller elements into it, but they're so cheesy and you've seen them from so many past other horror movies. Like literally, if you have seen any type of horror movie in your lifetime, it doesn't matter what it is. If you have seen a spooky horror movie or an episode of some sort of paranormal activity thing on TV, you have seen this movie 100 times better. This film does have a good conclusion. Unfortunately, unless you are a big horror fan, you're a big fan of ghosts and paranormal activity stuff, I can't recommend this movie. Now, if you are a fan of that stuff, watch this movie once, spend the $4 to rent it just to say you've seen it, and that's it. But otherwise, I can't recommend this movie. And unfortunately, this is one of the worst movies of 2022, guys. I can't stress that enough. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the plot. Yes, the setting. Yes, it's taking place in the 1930s. It looks like it actually is taking place in the 1930s. But these actors and actresses, I don't care about. Their performance is good, if I want to say that. But there's a couple characters and actors and actresses that I felt like they were literally phoning it in for a paycheck. And I know I said this video is going to be really short and it's almost hitting the 8-minute mark, but I had to go on a little bit of a rant because I was expecting more. I was really expecting a lot more, and I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping that this was going to be a good spooker. I mean, I guess you could take the fact that this movie is an hour 19 minutes long as the first red flag that this movie is not great. But, there's been a lot of movies that are like 50, 60 minutes long, and they are great. They got great character moments, great character development, great plot, great acting, great whatever it's trying to go for, comedy, thriller, horror vibes. It has it, and it nails it in the 50 to 60 seconds. I'm sorry, 50 to 60 minutes of that movie's length. This movie, unfortunately, does not do so. So, with that, guys, I'm going to give The Ghost of Borley Rectory from 2022 a 3 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye, guys.